this is Sophie Lawson from sophielawson.com, and this is another little video where I'm going to look at the drawings I've done for the 365 day draw a day challenge. We've got little Monty with us today, and he's going to be helping us with this one. And this is going to look at the month of January, which was little otters. So this is a little art challenge I'm doing with an artist called Rebecca Barrett. You can find her on Instagram at rebecca.barrett. And what I always do at the start of these is look at some of my favourite Rebecca drawings from the previous month. So this one here, I love this one. It's really cool. This was from day 93, 7th of January. A little koala bear. Very happy he looks. This was day 100, 14th of January. And she's put a bunch of her characters all together, which I think is really cool. I'd love to do something like that. It looks quite cool. And then, oh, this is a funny one. This was day, what was it? Day 105, 19th of January. Funny. I like that. He's a funny character, him. Yeah, like a little story going on there. But I think that koala bear is quite friendly. It could totally eat him, but I think he's going to be alright. And then this one, day 116, which was the 30th of January. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. Again, I love the shapes of her characters. They got nice little shapes about them. So I think that was the last one. It was my favourite one, but you can see all of them at rebecca.barrett, and I'll put links in the little description thing on this video. But these were mine. Actually, Monty, you're gonna sit down there. So for December I did little robins, and I put a link to the video for those in the description as well. But this was a little otter that was going to take over from the robins. So something I struggled with this month. I really enjoyed this month. I think this was my favourite month so far, because I just enjoyed the shapes of the otter. But again, I'm struggling with not really knowing the shape of the otter. So because I don't study enough the little animal. So because I didn't study what the shape of the otter is, you'll see on these drawings that my otters are different every day. But this one, I think he's really quite funny. So this one's day 88, the holiday otter, the 1st of January. He looks like a little Chewbacca or something. It's quite funny. I like his little happy face there. This was day 89, the disco otter. This one reminds me of something from SVS Learn, which is, they talk about the bean. Basically, you can turn anything into, not anything, but pretty much everything in nature. Its basic shape normally includes or is a bean. So I like that one. And then the tail, because I still don't really know how long otters' tails are. But with that one, what I did was, again at SVS Learn, they say about letting shapes have space to breathe. So with that tail, I left space between everything. So that I think there's quite nice shapes between that tail and the little otter. And it's a little disco ball. It's quite funky, him. This one didn't really work so well. Again, I do this every month really. I try to turn the animal into a heart. But this one was the heart otter, day 90. I need to... something else I'm struggling with again is, in my sketchbook, I feel like maybe it looked a bit better in the sketchbook, but I'm not drawing enough in the sketchbook first. Again, I'm not playing enough in the sketchbook, so I think that one could look better if a little bit, but he's got a funny face, I think. Quite funny. This one was day 91 and it was the slurping, the little slurping otter. I put the word slurp because I couldn't really work out how to draw slurp. So I like him. It's quite cool. He looks a little bit like a puppet. This one, he's called day 92, the sneaking otter. So I've got it like he's creeping around, like a little secret agent. But in my sketchbook, did I do it in my sketchbook? Well, I had an idea that there was going to be multiple otters in this one, and there was going to be a couple of otters over here, and he was like sneaking past them. But I'm still trying to keep things simple. I don't want to complicate stuff too much. This was day 93, the artist otter, and the little otter drawing a little painting. I like his bum. It's like a cat, how they stick their bums up. Day 94, the rolling otter. It's a little otter rolling along. Again, always mindful of the shapes of things. Some things have space. The long otter. It's just a long otter, like a sausage. And then I did like big bits of grass and little bits of grass to give the illusion of depth. I like this one. Day 96, the swinging otter. I wanted to have it in like a sort of a, like what's it called? Third point? What's that thing called? I wanted to twist him around so that he was in 3D, but I couldn't quite do it in my sketchbook. I'll go through my sketchbook in a minute. But I was struggling to do it, so I ended up just going with a more simple side on. But what I did was I made sure that the strings at the back were there so that it at least makes it look a bit more 3D. But really that wouldn't work because the branch isn't wide enough for him to sit on that. But this one was the angular otter, day 97. I like the shapes of that one. I'm trying to keep it all angular. Some of these otters look like little bears or something. Day 98, the treetop otter. Little otter sat in a tree. He's not quite centre, which bothers me. I really wanted him to be in the centre of the tree, but I think that's quite funny, that one. It's a little otter sitting in a tree. You wonder how he got up there and what's he doing. And maybe there's a family of otters in there. That'd be quite fun. Day 99, the silhouette otter. And this one's not as good as I hoped it would be, but I've got this little rule that once I do the drawing, no matter what happens, that has to be the drawing. So I wish that was a bit better, but in Character Design Quarterly magazines, they're always talking about the importance of silhouettes to understand the shapes of things. Day 100, the balancing otter. This one, I tried to make it as if the camera was like in the middle of a pole, so that pole really carries on behind the camera. I wanted it looking like it's sliced, and I don't know if it looks like it or not. He's got a funny face, him. I think he's about to fall off. I like this one. Day 101, the meditating otter. Very peaceful. He looks a little bit like a bottle. Shape of a bottle. He looks like a very wise otter, this one. This is a funny one. Day 102, the skydiving otter. No idea where some of these ideas come from. This little otter he's just been thrown out of a plane and he is pooping his pants. I think that's quite funny, that one. I wonder if his parachute's going to work or not. I should have made the next one be the splatted otter. That would have been quite fun. Day 103, the fishing otter. This one is another one that doesn't really look like an otter. Looks more like a bear. But I quite like the feeling of that one. I do wish I'd put a little fishy there. Just a little head of a fish. But I sort of, all month I've been trying to become aware of the lighting and stuff. So I'm trying my best to. Day 104, the top hat otter. Little otter, you put on a top hat and popped it. Funny face. Again, don't know if they look like otters or not, but it looks a little bit like, if you've ever seen in the 80s there was a thing called Rainbow, and it had Bungle, Zippy and George. And this one, is it Bungle? I think that was Bungle. He's like a big bear. It looks like Bungle. Bungle. That's a funny name, Bungle. Day 105, the sightseeing otter. Little otter has left Earth's atmosphere and he's floating. And he's gonna, well, he's enjoying himself, I think. Hopefully he wanted to do it and he wasn't set up or something. But yeah, kind of. I like that one. Quite cool. Oh, listen, I think this is my favourite one. Day 107, the grateful otter. So I've got this thing where if I'm ever, every now and again I'll be really grateful for something and I'll say grateful instead of grateful. It's just a little thing. But he is absolutely loving those grapes. Absolutely loving them. But as he's eating them, he's very grateful for them. So he's not being greedy. This one, day 108, the freezing otter. It was so cold in January, and this one just sums up how I was feeling, freezing. It's quite hard to make things look like he was in the ice though. This one, day 109, the other otter. Hey, I've put the otter. It's supposed to be the other otter, but I'd like to try this one again when I'm a bit better, but it's just an otter looking at himself in the mirror. But I was going to make the otter in the mirror have a different expression, but I decided to try to make it look like the same one. Ah, this one, day 110, the Matchbox otter. This one looks so much better in my head. And it's a little otter in a matchbox, and I put the matches in his hand, and when I put them in his hand, it made me think that he was in a little boat. So then what I did was I sort of made it look a bit like water, but it's not really, I didn't start out with it as water, so everything's straight lines. If I'd known I was going to do water, I would have put wavy bits but that's what's fun, is you do it in your sketchbook and then you've still not finalised it in the sketchbook, so as you're doing it like the final one, you're still sort of playing and making things up, so it's quite cool. I love it when there's white left. I like the effect of that. I've seen it in other people's artwork. Day 111, the umbrella otter. Little otter out in a rain shower. His little umbrella. He's put his hand out. Is it? I want to know if it's raining or not. 112, the leaping otter. Otter jumping into the water. Very happy. I like that one. I wanted it was trying to make it look like the earth is in the water. Day 113, the flying otter. This is a little otter just flying around, sort of like an angel. Looks a bit like a plane. Funny. Day 114, the rainbow otter. This was January 27th. Little otter walking along a rainbow. So every month, not every month, but most months, I've been doing rainbow ones. And normally I make the animal the colour of the rainbow. But for this one I tried something different. I love rainbows. They look cool. It's really fun colouring in rainbows because you can blend the colours. It's quite nice. Day 115, the rowing otter. Little otter in a boat, floating along, and then he hits trouble and he becomes the shipwrecked otter, and his little boat's smashed to smithereens, and he's flat. I think he's unconscious there. He's not woken up yet. And that's his little paddle, one of his paddles. But the next day, he's woken up and he's having fun now. So he becomes the buried otter. He's found on the other side of this island is a little plaything, and he's found a bucket and spade. So even though he's on his own on that little island, he's having fun now, which is quite cool. And then the last one, day 118, the final otter. This is a funny one. So at first, because me and my sister have started African drumming, and that's what that is. It's like an African drum. So I was really excited. I thought today I'm gonna do an African drumming otter. And I was just about to write the drumming otter, and I realised on the last day of each month I like to put the new character in the drawing. So the new character is little penguins. So for this month, the month of February, I'm drawing penguins. So he became the final otter. So he's the last one, and that's little penguins. And then for February, I've been doing penguins. This little Peter, yeah, little Monty's friend. So I designed that one off of Monty's little friend Peter. And then I am loving these little penguins. That's the one I just done that one today for the 5th, Wednesday the 5th. So I'm excited to see where these penguins go, really. But the otters, it was definitely my most fun month, and I think my favourite one, I must say my favourite one is this, the Grateful Otter. But I'll just quickly go through my sketchbook, see if there's anything of interest. What I did was, when I decided I was going to do otters, I just got a load of words and randomly wrote words. And then, like, if during the month, if I got stuck for ideas, I could just go to this list and like pull up something. He's quite funny. Look, I'm talking to myself. I want to make him longer. I think he's got a bit more funkiness there, a bit more motion on the sketch. I was practicing what the actual deck chair looks like on that one. Yeah, this otter was going to be climbing out of the matchbox, but again, I'm trying not to do too hard things, because that was going to be the artist otter. He's going to be, but I changed it. Little rainbow otter. There's one in here I didn't use, which I wish I did. Sneaking otter. Yeah, the gossip otter. It's going to have little otters talking to each other. I was trying to think of a name. Is he the noisy otter, the hiding otter, or the sneaky otter? And I went with the sneaking otter. The orange otter. That's going to be an otter in the shape of an orange. the hotter otter. This is one, I really wish I'd done this one, but I didn't have confidence in my skills, which is a shame, because I was thinking, what rhymes with otter? Hotter. And I thought the hotter otter, I was going to have one otter that wasn't as hotter as the other otter. So there was going to be two otters, and this was the hotter otter. Sexy otter. Muji, I love Muji. I do love Muji. What else have we got? Yeah, the swinging otter. So I was playing around with ideas really. What else have we got in here? That's a weird shaped otter. Balancing otter. Oh, I wish I'd done this one as well. See, on this sketch he was in the middle. But what I've noticed is sometimes when you're turning the sketch into the finished drawing, you sometimes lose some of the fun for some reason. This one, the raindrop otter. There's going to be a load of raindrops with an otter in the shape of a raindrop, which I got the idea from that one, because I thought he looks like a raindrop. But I didn't do that one in the end. Then we've got the skydiving otter. There was going to be a scene, green fields and stuff. Again, I didn't want to... I guess I'm playing it safe on some of these. I need to start pushing myself more. That's a telephone number for the dentist if you want it. ENT, ear, nose, throat. What's this one? The fishing otter. So the fishing one, he was going to be on a little log. This was going to be like a cup otter, the trophy otter. I was trying to work out how I could put an otter into a pyramid. The gangster otter. And then I did that one, realised he had a top hat, and that's when I popped him out of the top hat. So again, ideas. It's quite cool how ideas come together. What else have we got here? That's the mirror one. See, on this one, he was going to be confused by the mirror having a different appearance, but I didn't do that one in the end. I kept playing with that one. That was the grateful one. The freezing otter. And that's basically that. And then over here, I was coming up with names for my latest video, colour and chat. What else is in here? Playing with colours, testing colours. This was going to be the shopping otter, buying too many things. See, I remember that I wasn't doing my thumbnail, so I started... For some reason, it's really weird, I can't make thumbnailing a habit. I wonder why that is. I tend to just go straight to the first idea, which is a shame, but this was going to be the buried one. I was playing with different ideas. And that's it. And then I was trying to work out which face looks the cutest. So it's amazing to me how just changing the direction of the eyes completely changes the feeling of the emotion. It's quite amazing that. And then this is my little penguins. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. It's my little draw a day challenge. I'm really enjoying this. And I'm looking forward to the penguins, which will be next month. So I hope you enjoyed that, and see you later for another video.